Here is the latest Polar printer. So I've got the little plate on it now. I didn't think I needed the big plate for it yet. Right? Kind of huge. I think it's 500 millimeters around. So you can do much bigger jobs on this. And then it just attaches by my two little pinions, I guess, on the connector here. It's a little wobbly, but I think I'll fix that with some rollers like at the end here. This thing's still under construction, but it works. And it works well, actually. It works really well. Not quite as fast as the last one I showed you, the upgraded one, but it's also got, it's able to do a much bigger disc, so couldn't quite get the speed there. Okay, so let's connect to this thing and home it, I guess. So, whoops, not that one. Let's go over to Gerbil. There's Gerbil. Okay, let's connect to it. There we go. Maybe. Oh, that's COM 10. Let's go to COM 9. There we go. Hit connect. All right, we're connected. Let's do a homing cycle. Maybe. Oh, there it goes. Okay. There it goes. It's homing. Got an end stop up here. Then an end stop over here for the X. Now, what makes this one special is, okay, so it does that, right? Hits that end stop. Now, this one has an optical end stop. And that way it's able to go past it, right? So, it's got this little gap in there. And once you break that beam inside there, it knows it's hit the end. And so there's just a little black piece of tape dangling down there. Okay, so this one has homing on X, Y, and Z. So, a little bit of an upgrade there. I don't quite have that marked on the big disc yet, but that'll come. So, yeah, let's give this a try. Let's find a black piece of paper. Okay. Let's load it up. And it's a little bit slower, but it still works. There we go. There we go. And what holder does it have? Oh, I think it's a Sharpie. So let's see, I just loaded black paper. Whoops. So we'll have to throw a silver Sharpie or one of the metallic Sharpies on there. Ooh, let's do oh, that's a metallic Sharpie. Whoops. Let's see how this Sharpie's doing. Some of them, oh yeah, that one's just about dead. I'm going to toss it. These Sharpies have done a bunch of pictures. I'm going to assume this one's good. Okay. It's locked in there. Let's bring it a little closer. Let's see, let's go a little faster there. Okay. Okay, we're about a millimeter up. So let's go 11, 21. Come down to 20, 19, 18. I don't know, 17. We'll go 17 millimeters away. About. Let's zero that out. Okay, we saw the EV loader from the last video, and let's hit play. So yeah, the rotational axis is a lot slower. But there it goes. Nice. So, I'll go over how to make these files too in just a second. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. The green on the black. Always a good combo. So first thing I do, I guess I'll do it in the background here while this is going. So let's look up an image that we want to put on here, right? Like, let's see, something with curves. We'll do Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse. Okay. We're going to DuckDuckGo or Google, whatever you want to do. And we'll go to Images here. Okay. And we'll go to All Colors. And we want black and white. And then the next tab over is All Types and Clip Art. So I know that's hidden under the thing. But still. Like, make sure that's selected. And we want to look for things like this has a lot of fill in, right? And that's not going to be filled in when we do this. It's just in an outline. So keep that in mind as we make this stuff. So this is pretty cool. I like the polka dots. Let's see if we can scroll down a little bit so you can kind of see it poking through. Okay, so I'm going to open this up here, right? It's got fun little polka dots, lots of texture. So I'm going to right click, copy the image, okay? So I have the latest version of Inkscape installed. Oh, here we go. Here's EB again. So I installed the JTech tools. So if you type in JTech Inkscape GitHub, don't just look for the JTech laser plugin. Actually, got to go to their GitHub here and find the GitHub. It talks about, you know, some stuff. I think yeah. So the one right here I think works for 1.0, but you go to their latest release on the side. Okay, so yeah, there's EB done. That's all happy, right? So over here, once you're at the GitHub, you go to releases and you download laser.zip, right? Once that's downloaded, let's go to our downloads here. Okay. We'll go to laser.zip. We'll go inside laser. And we just need this, and hold down control and grab that, right? So we need to copy those things. Okay. Then we go to Inkscape here. Go to Edit, Preferences, and go down to System and User Extensions. Click Open, and then right click and paste them. Now you'll see that they're already in here. That's the only extensions I have in here. Once you do that, restart Inkscape, and then you'll have under extensions generate laser G code and the JTech tool. Okay, so once we're here, what I did with this is document properties and 300. There it is, 300 by 300. Okay, did that, and then let's see, we copied Minnie Mouse, so we'll paste that. Oh, whoops, I just copied all the laser stuff, my bad. Let's go back over here. Find Minnie Mouse again. Let's see. Oh, that's a fun one. Maybe we'll do that. That has lots of lines. Okay. So right click, copy that image. Okay. Go to Inkscape over here. Right click, paste the image. Okay. Then we go path and trace bitmap, which is down over here right now. And whoops. And you basically hit apply. I mean, there's a bunch of things you can do to find the edges, but we're trying to find the edges here to trace. I hit apply. Okay. Now, I'll pull this off and I'll show you the difference. So if I zoom into this image here, I can see where it starts pixelating, right? There's all those pixels. It's not going to be able to trace that. It's not, well, I guess it could go back and forth, but it's not going to be able to trace around it. What I just did, as I zoom in, it's perfectly like smooth. It's a line now. So I can select this, and down here, fill, I can right click and remove fill, and then I can drag this where it says none, the black square. I'm going to drag the black square where it says none on stroke and drop that in. So those are our lines now, right? Those are the lines it's going to make. I'm going to select the original image and delete it. Okay? So on this thing, I can fit about 200 by 200 on the little plate. I can do much bigger on the bigger plate, but since I have the little plate installed, we'll do that. So I find the longest dimension here. So we got the width of our drawing selected and the height of our drawing selected. So we got 239, 238. So this one's a little bit bigger. I'm going to change that to 200. If the height was bigger, I change the height to 200. I also have my lock on. If you don't have your lock on, it's going to squish. It's going to look like, you know, that, which you don't want. Okay, let's undo that. And then we go to Object, Align, and Distribute. Okay, once we do that, this little thing pops up, right? Align and Distribute tab. I want it relative to page, and I want centered on page vertically, and centered on page horizontally. Okay, so now that that's centered, extensions, generate laser G-code, and use a JTEC tool. Alright, so there's a few options in here we need to look at. So coordinates and transformations. Okay, machine origin is center. That's the way this thing works, right? If you look at the machine here, you'll see that it draws from the center, right? Okay. Bed width, 300 by 300. That's our work area over here. And we choose center, so it runs it from the center of this. Okay, custom header and footer. I don't think we need to do anything here. Advanced settings. So this is where we have to set stuff up. If you're using Marlin, you need the G1. If you're not using Marlin, get rid of that G1. Okay. So what I have it do is I have it come down -20 in the Z-axis, which is this right here, up and down. So it comes down, right, drops the pen, 20 millimeters, then it comes up when it's not firing, right? So the power on command for the laser is typically M3. But for this, we're using Z -20. And to turn it off, we just have it come back to 0. Okay? We don't need a dwell time here. Let's see what else we got going on. That's all good here. Okay? Then important settings. So of course we're in millimeters. We can pick our speed of travel. Right? That's not the speed of drawing. That's the speed when it's not drawing. And then the cutting speed. So this is the actual drawing speed, which I have set to 6,000. So on this machine, it's fine. One pass. We're not playing with pass depth. Okay. Then we need to choose an output directory. What I did is I went to my documents. Let's change this size. Okay. I went to my documents, hit new folder, and made a folder called plotter. Open that up and hit select. And then I named it. Make sure you do .gcode or .nc or something. And then I'm going to call this Love Mini. Okay. There we go. Okay, so once this is done, also in advanced settings, I turn off the debug, which shows you like the edge points and stuff of it, but I don't like to see that. I just trust it worked right. So when I hit apply, it's going to think for a while, and then it's going to be done, but nothing's going to show that it actually finished. If you have debug, it'll show like all this stuff. Anyways, let's see, I changed the name, hit Love Mini, hit apply. Alright, it's done. Cool. Let's go back to the internet, and we need to go to Polar Tools. So that's available on the PolarBear CNC. I guess I'll show how to get there. So we type in PolarBear CNC. All one word. Let's see, where is that? There, nope, not that one. Maybe not one word. PolarBear space CNC. You'll see, there it is. Okay, so catarillcaiman.com. Polar Bear, right? You go to this site, you go to the GitHub, and you scroll down and it'll talk about the tool. There you go, Polar Tools repository. Click on that. And an example of it. There it is. Let's choose a file now. Let's go to our plotter. Okay, and inside here we have lovemini.gcode. Click that. And then down here, it's got a bunch of other options we can do. Down here we can reassign things in case we remap the axis different, but I didn't. So X is X, Y is Y, Z is Z. So I hit polarize, and I'll know it's done because this stuff changed color. Alright, so this stuff changed color. I'll go back down here and hit save. And now it's in my downloads folder. Okay, let's open up Gerbil and open file. And here I am in my downloads, and there's Love Mini Polarized. Alright, so it looks like a bunch of nonsense here, right? So what I'm going to do is, let's, oh, rip the paper a little. Darn. Okay, there's Eevee, by the way. Eevee turned out great. Good solid lines, everything centered right. So we got the green pen in. We're going to do another black piece of paper. And I was excited about this mini guillotine. Not as excited as I was because it shifts the paper a bunch. It's kind of a pain to work with, like because it's so small. This little guy here. So I have one that's a linear slicer. It works way better. Okay, that was a nice ugly slice, but that's okay. Let's load this up here, get it as centered as possible. I don't quite have a centering rectangle on this one yet, but I'll eventually get there. Oh, actually I just sliced the thing. I don't need to slice it. I slice it on the other one because the corners hit the machine, but this one there's lots of space, so I could have got away without slicing it. So let's see, we got this guy here. I didn't move it up or down or anything, so it should still be focused. And I guess we hit play. Let's see, we got mini loaded here, right? Love mini polarized. We got the paper loaded on here. Yeah, hit play. Oh, that little weird thing on our chin there. Huh. Little dots, little artifacts. Could have told it to watch out for those in Inkscape, but whatever. Oh! Went a little too far out. I guess this plate's smaller than I thought. But the paper fits. There we go. Hooray! So yeah, those are the steps for making a file. And they work on, well, you got to put the G1 for the Marlin thing, but there's a tutorial for making a file for these guys. Anyways, thanks for watching. That's going to be my series so far in the Polar Bear. It's a really cool project, and if you want to like actually use it, I'd suggest some upgrades. Thanks for watching.